So I just showed you how to make a blank keyframe and how to draw something on the stage when you do that. But now I'm going to show you what happens when you do when you add a keyframe, not a blank keyframe, a keyframe. Okay, so I'm going to I select a frame in the timeline, and then I go to Insert Timeline Keyframe. Okay, and look what happens. The object that you put on the stage stays on the stage at that blank keyframe, but then you can change that keyframe or add to it. So that's what it does. It just changes it. So there's a few other ways you can get to the same thing. You can use F6 for insert frame, F7 for insert blank keyframe, and F5 is actually insert frame, which is really easy. So those are F5, F6, F7 on your keyboard. On my laptop, I have a little button on the lower left-hand corner. It's one of the keys, and it says FN on it. So I need to use that FN first in order to have the keys act as function keys. You might need to do that too. You can also right-click your mouse or control-click. It's going off the screen a little bit, but you get insert frame, insert keyframe, insert blank keyframe. That's the easiest. If you control-click a keyframe, it's also down at the bottom. It's off the screen, but it says clear keyframe. So there's a lot of options under that menu that could help you. Something else that is fun to do and is going to be very useful is to keep working with the layers. So I just made one layer over another. I'm going to call this square. This one is the circle. Okay, so I'm going to go to a spot right here, and I'm going to do insert timeline keyframe, and I'm going to draw a great big purple square, and you can see that the square covers the circle. I'm holding the shift key down to really make it a square. So you can see how layers works, that the one on top, the layer that's on top here is literally on top of the one that's underneath. So now when I scrub through the timeline, I get to this point, and all of a sudden a square appears. And once again, you can go through and navigate the keyframes with that little button.